Good evening, class. As I said, today is going to be an upload. As I mentioned in the last video, we now have a schedule. A new schedule, I mean. It's going to be on Fridays and Sundays, and it's Sunday today, so welcome back to the All We Love Redstone School. If you haven't seen the first two episodes, because the series is pretty new, and it's my second series I'm making, let me remind, here we teach about Redstone, all the basics of Redstone. Currently, we're talking about circuits. We divided this series into chapters. The first is components, which we discussed in the very first video, and in the second video, we started it by discussing about redstone clocks. But welcome back. Today's topic is gonna be another interesting circuit. This is what you see here are something that's known as monostable circuits. Now, first of all, let's define what a monostable circuit is. A monostable circuit is a circuit that after sending out a pulse to that circuit will send out a very short pulse, so like half a tick maybe. Now, there's three different types of monostable circuits: rising edge, falling edge, and dual edge. Now, let's begin by taking a look at some rising edge monostable circuits. That's weird. That's weird. Anyway, so these two contraptions are rising edge monostable circuit. What do you mean by rising edge? Rising edge monostable circuits are monostable circuits that give off a very short pulse at the very beginning. So these first two designs, maybe one design, is what's known as a piston monostable circuit. As you can see, we hit that button, the piston extends, the pulse takes through that repeater and gives this piston a very short pulse. Now, the reason that this happens is that pistons take 1.5 ticks to extend, and because of that, we get a little bit of pulse just right before they extend. And as soon as the power turns off, they go back. And this thing is kind of made to show that we can also, let me just fix this piston real fast. Yep. What? Excuse me, but what is that? What is going on? That's weird. Anyway, it's a very bendy circuit. Is that it also works sideways. So if you want this circuit, you can place it in any formation. You can place it straight, or you can place it in a corner, like that. And this also works with levers. So basically, it can convert a lever into a button. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. And these are what's called dropper hopper monostable circuits. And actually I kind of forgot something. Let me just let me just oops, built it a little too close. But anyways, this is what is called a dropper hopper monostable. And as I'm putting in the item, you'll see how they work. Just test it. But yeah, this is basically the same, except they work when you need a slightly longer pulse. So what happens is that when we hit this button, we are given with another short pulse, but slightly longer. What happens is that this dropper gets powered, gives the item into this hopper, and then as soon as it goes into the hopper, since it's directed into that dropper, it goes right back in. And as you can see, it also works with levers and sideways, but it also works not just if you place the hopper and dropper upwards, but also you can place them sideways, as you can see. So this is basically slightly more compact, although you want to mostly use that because that gives a shorter pulse. The next thing we're talking about is a falling edge monostable circuit. Now, what do falling edge monostable circuits do? They do basically the reverse of what the first ones did, and that is make the pulse also appear at the very end of the beginning pulse. So basically they'll give off a very short pulse at the end. And they aren't really that hard to make it, so that way all you really need is a power source that can be triggered on and off, and then you can do it. This is a falling edge piston monostable circuit. All you really need is an extra block of space for a redstone torch, and that's really the only modification. But as you can see, wait a minute, what? It used to work before, what the hell? Excuse me? What? Well, this is awkward. Looks like they're broken on Pocket Edition. You know, not all circuits work on all versions, so we'll just forget about that one. However, the Hopper Dropper variant, on the other hand, works just fine, as you can see, even though it kind of goes in the middle of the pulse. But then finally, we have something that's called a dual edge monostable circuit. Now, the design that you're originally supposed to see doesn't really work. However, observers can actually do that. As you can see, a double-edged monostable circuit, or dual-edged as they're called. And what they allow you to do is that they make so that you can do a pulse twice in a row. And that just about wraps up. Couple quick facts. Even though you would mostly want to use the rising edge monostables, falling edge ones will also come in hand. And dual edged, while rarely used, are in fact there, so remember that. But anyways, that just about wraps up today's video. I know it's a little bit short, or in fact, it's a really short, but I think it should give you a rough explanation on what monostable circuits do. In the next episode, we'll be covering T flip-flops. But anyways, and question of the day. I actually forgot about it last time, but today I'll do it. The question of the day is, do you think that, how often do you use monostable circuits? Let me know in the comments below. Okay guys, so please give this video a like or dislike. Any kind of criticism would be appreciated. Subscribe if you want to become a part of this crew and help this channel grow. And I'll see you all on next Friday on the next lesson. Goodbye, have a nice day, and peace out.